This video explores creating form by blending colors with oil pastels. For the pear, I'll be using the green palette, dark green, light green, yellow, maybe a little gray and white. In the area away from the light, this will be my darkest area of the pear, I'll put my darkest colors, the darkest green, for example, away from the light. Work towards the light with lighter and lighter values of colors, the medium green and the yellow green. Finally, the yellow will be closest to the light, and I'll use that as my blending tool. To blend is actually to smear or mix colors together. And that's the process I'm doing now in this sped up video. The light is on the right, so that's where the lightest color is coming from, darkest color on the left and at the bottom of the pear, giving it that three-dimensional look. To add a little more dramatic value, I'm adding some either black or dark blue there. These dark values will really make it look like it's a three-dimensional object, and that those dark values are created by the form curving away from the light into the shadowed areas. To emphasize the light's coming from the right, I'm adding some white now to act as sort of a reflection on that pear. As we move towards the ice cream cone, again we'll have the light coming from the right, and I'm going to choose to make sort of a brown cone with the dark black on the left side. And the ice cream itself, I'm thinking of sort of a peach or, I don't know, caramel ice cream in shades of tan and brown. Notice again, I'm starting with the dark areas on the left. Finally, on the right-hand side, I'll add some light tan and even white oil pastel to emphasize the idea that the light is coming from the right-hand side. Similarly, on the cone, blackest values on the left, medium brown and tan on the right. Spend some time touching up the drips so that they are darkest on the bottom, maybe little reflections on the top of them. In the free experimentation area, play with either blending colors. Notice how the red is blended with the purple and the purple's blended with the blue, so that you don't get that paper showing through, but you've actually mixed the colors together. That's one experiment that you can play with, or if you're looking for something a little bit more challenging, you can try to recreate three-dimensional form. For example, could you create a ball or a piece of fruit like an orange or an apple? In this example, I'm starting with a circle to be the apple, deciding where the stem will be, and as usual, creating the darkest values on the lower left, away from the light, moving towards the medium greens and yellow greens as I get closer to the right-hand side, where the light's coming from. This takes some careful planning to decide where the dent in the apple is, how you're going to get the dark values in the shadowed regions, and how to blend the colors together so that they look realistic. Adding a horizon line, a tabletop, a cast shadow, and a background, you get an effect like this. Have fun with your experiment. We are Create Humboldt. What will you create?